And hello, everybody, and welcome to London's Not Dead. We were off last week due to some personal reasons, but we are back and excited to continue this story with episode 6 Ghosts. I missed my lovely vampires. We added Ted, who plays Elijah last game that we played. Um, is going to be a very interesting addition to this already interesting coterie. Um, as always, I am Jeremy, um, better known as Darth Entreri on the internet. I am the storyteller. You can also find me over on Maddie Games on this Sunday for our Dungeons and Dragons, or actually Duval and Dragons, a homebrew world D&D where I play Devin Corrett, the newly emo, even more emo human rogue. And things continue to get hotter and hotter for our group. Also, starting this upcoming Tuesday on a bi-weekly basis, I will be part of Call It a Tuesday on So Many Games, where I will be playing a bookseller named Marshall Pierce. It's set at Miskatonic University in Massachusetts, and it's set in the 1970s. So I am really excited for that because I love Call of Cthulhu. Um, Other than that, you can find me here as long as we don't have technical issues or health issues or any type of personal issues. We will be here telling this story because this group is amazing. So that being said, why don't we start with Gil? Tell us who you're playing and any other announcements you need to make, like various commissions are open.
Hello, I'm Gilanor. I do some of the DMing here for Are You Sure You Want to Do That? We have a Thursday game that will not be live this Thursday, but next Thursday. It's going to be a Pathfinder 2e game. I'm going to be playing a Goblin Gunslinger, and the gun's probably going to be bigger than I am. I'm going to be doing a Monday world building session, probably this Monday, where we're going to be getting into some D&D world making, so then we can eventually run that campaign. We got a Saturday game that I'm DMing. That's my homebrew campaign that we're streaming. So every Saturday at 12 p.m. CST, we're running that. And the Monday is going to be at 12:30 p.m. CST in the afternoon. And the Thursday game is 3 p.m. CST. And yeah, Mary, our artist, has her commissions open. So if you want a map, regional map, world map, whatever, or a character art, she's the person to do it. So yeah, that's my announcements. Oh, and I'm playing Fenrir. I forgot about that.
All right. Next, let's go to Mick.
I'm going to be playing Mick. I go by Ryan out of game. I don't really have anything to announce. I'm thinking about starting to sell some prints of my photography work soon, but I've not got anything really worked out for that yet.
Right. And then we'll go to the lovely Gwen.
Hey guys, I am Ashley, or Ash in Are You Sure You Want to Do That community. You can find me on Twitters and socials as Ashley the Bard. Nothing new on my part. We will eventually be getting back into interviewing with sometime this spring. This is not Are Sure You Want to Do That information, but this is Jasper's Game Day stuff. And I have recently been announced as the event coordinator, so that's exciting. So I'll be doing lots of stuff with Jasper's. And if you ever need anybody to talk to, please feel free to ping me, even when it says I'm not online. I'm always there to hear whatever you have to say and talk to any kind of anything. Strong your mind. And I will be playing Gwendolyn von Vanderhilt, a very fashionable toreador.
And next, we will go to Ted, now known as Elijah in game.
Howdy.
Looking very dapper today.
As always. Yeah, I'm Ted. I just play games. I'm working on some other stuff here soon, but nothing too crazy to announce yet. And I'm going to be playing Elijah, who is a Bruja.
All right. And last but certainly not least, our head technician that does all the technical stuff for us and has the amazing PSA about the things that you may encounter in the game. Mary, who are you playing?
I'm playing Sasha. She is very good with technology and computers, hacking. Not so well with people, but she's trying to get better. And yeah, let's finish at that.
And she's finally come off of the disbelief that she still believes she's part of a cult, but she's starting to believe that she's part of a vampire cult. So with that being said, before we get started, Mary, would you do the honors and do that wonderful thing that you do before every stream?
Yes. The following presentation may and most likely will contain strong adult language, graphic descriptions of excessive violence, possibly sexual themes, and other scary stuff, which may be disturbing for some audience, so please viewer discretion is advised. Thank you.
So when last we left off, there was a lot going on. Gwendolyn had returned to town. Mick had been missing, and Elijah showed up. Fenrir and Sasha had been doing some investigating on what was going on with Jackson. And the coterie, after getting Mick back, was called to Baron Cross's estate to have a sit down, if you will, where the Tremere and the Baron kind of came to the agreement that they didn't want any interfighting amongst the coterie and the Tremere, and some deals were made. Sasha's going to start learning from Chandra how to do the things that Tremeres do, because that's what Chandra is tasked with. Sasha also met the Supreme Pontifex of the Tremere at the end of the session. Mick received a package and was kind of reluctant to share where he had been with Fenrir and the Prince, trying to skate around it. Both Fenrir and the Prince eventually made Mick talk. And the coterie believes that now that not only do they have an issue with the Second Inquisition, that the Sabbat may be an even more prominent problem than what they originally thought. The meeting had concluded, and Sasha had just finished up speaking with the head Pontifex. The Prince had finished with the introduction of Elijah and his business with the coterie. So as you all meet up back in the hallway, is there any business that you would like to address with one another?
I actually had business with the Baron before I left. I wanted to ask a question, but I actually had a question for you because I hadn't gotten a chance to figure this out. It's been you said 2 weeks, right?
Yep.
What did the guy that I paid?
If you're asking about the vans, we'll get to that.
Okay, because I didn't know if that was something I needed to talk to the Baron with or not.
They have not gotten back to you, but they are getting back to you this game. It will be addressed later on in game.
Cool. Then I would ask the Baron if he had any idea about where we could look into the Sabbat, where we should start, and then if he didn't know, then that would be it for me with the Baron. We can go from there. But yeah, that was the only question I had.
I would look where crime is on the rise in London.
Okay. Then yeah, I'll thank him.
Okay, he'll don't take what I said to you personal. It was not personal. These are very trying times, and we need to be unified. It sounds a lot like the Camarilla, but we do need to be unified, especially if the Sabbat is back. Fighting a war on two fronts is never easy. It never has been. Just remember that sometimes it's better to watch and observe than to react out of emotion. I was like you once. Every time someone I cared about, or even had an inkling of a liking to, had something happen to them, I let my emotions get the best of me. Other kindred will use that to their advantage. They will twist and manipulate and maneuver things. You are part of a bright future that I see for this city, Fenrir.
I'll do my best.
There is one thing. And he hands you a card with an address on the back. You might find some help here.
I'll take it.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I have some other, as the Camarilla would say, court business. It's irrelevant elbow rubbing with people I would prefer not to. And he'll nod and turn and walk away. Gwen, you had your finger up.
Yes, there's a couple of things that I'd like to do. The first one is whenever Fenrir and Sasha comes out, there's a couple, and Mick, there's a couple things I'd like to give them.
Okay. So the group eventually meets up in the hallway in the foyer where you all originally met Elijah.
And nod to Elijah. Well, welcome to our group, I suppose.
Feel lucky to be here.
I'm going to go into my Hermes bag because she's bougie like that. And she is going to pull out 3 items. One of them is a watch and that a ghost. And I'm going to hand that over to Fenrir. This is for you.
It's a watch or a pocket watch?
It's a watch.
It's a swatch.
It's a swatch. It looks rough and tough, but it has like a really good brand on it.
Okay. Yeah, I'll put it on. Thanks. But I think you're the one that needs to be more on time.
I'm always on time, my love.
Someone's time, I suppose.
Exactly. It's my time. I look over to Mick. Here you go. And I'm going to lean in really close. If you ever take it off, I will punch you really hard. I will always be able to keep track of you, or one of us.
I was about to guess, is there a tracker in there?
There is a tracker in there, yes.
Okay then, duly noted.
You ever take it off, I will hurt you.
Okay.
And then I also give Sasha. It's a very dainty, elegant watch as well.
Thanks, I guess. I don't need it. I have a phone.
I look at you and I blink. Even though I don't need to blink, you've made me blink.
You should keep it, or I don't know, give it to someone else who needs it more.
Sasha, put the watch on.
They have tracker apps for like parents, you know.
I'm a little more old-fashioned.
They didn't have trackers if you're old-fashioned.
It's tracked.
I'm
She
a
just,
different.
you know what? And she'll just pull out the paper that she was reading, that she got from Chandra, with everything she has to get prepared, and start going through it and ignore you.
Fine, ignore me. That's okay. I'd like to go eat now, because I'm hangry. I haven't had horrible nightmares, so I'm going to go feed, and then, yeah. If anybody would like to come with, you're welcome.
Are you going to that what something guy's place from the last time?
Anatoly, no. I prefer to hunt.
Okay, yeah, that's a no.
If you want to go to Anatolia's, I can take you.
Yeah, I can take myself. I can Uber.
I mean, if someone's needing a ride somewhere, I can help with that as well. I mean, my car's just outside.
I think it'd be a little awkward if one of you came feeding with her.
I mean, you don't know what my preference is.
I think I'm willing to bet on that one.
Roll me an intelligence subterfuge, Mick.
Right.
Don't forget to add your hunger dice. And subtract regular dice from that.
2 successes.
You don't have the foggiest.
I just kind of picked it up through dialogue, I guess. But yeah, that makes sense.
She just likes to feed from pretty boys.
That's all. Perfectly normal. Elijah, is that your Hudson out there?
Oh yeah, that's my Hornet outside. Yeah, 1951. It's a good year.
It was an okay year. Beautiful car.
Yeah.
Do you race?
I'm not, ma'am. I hate to, how do I say this? Refuse such an indulgence, but such a thing as a race was not particularly what I drove for. I drove to keep my ass alive and out of jail, and I don't race for fun.
Well, that only makes you then. I prefer to race for fun. But you guys do you. I'm going to go eat, and then, I don't know, I may go do something.
So do you want to ride or not, Sasha?
Are you actually going there?
I'm not hungry, but if you want to go, I can drop you off.
Nah, I'm good, thanks.
Fenrir, is it? There's something we also needed to discuss as well with a place for my steel and whatnot, and I might require a place to stay for a bit until I find a spot.
You can follow me if you want. I can take you to my bar. You can stay there.
At least until I find a good spot for the still that we can arrange.
There's a few places I can think of.
I've learned the hard way that the basement is very comfortable.
Well, you know, it's
not
got a roof and no sunlight. It's home.
It's not very comfortable, though. The decor is horrible.
Well, decorum is the least of my worries.
There'll be a place for you to sleep.
Sounds good. Also, how many pig stickers you carry?
Enough.
God damn.
What did you call it?
A pig sticker, a knife, something you stab someone with.
Why did you call it the pig sticker?
That
I imagine
like,
because they stab pigs with it.
I mean, like if you have to slaughter an animal, a knife is probably what you're going to do it with.
Don't you Americans also call pigs cops?
Yeah, that's what I thought you were getting at.
Well, they work for that too. Mostly around where I came from, we called them G-men, sheriffs, coppers, that sort of thing. Hey, Mickey Mouse, you're a thin blood, right? I kind of figured from what we were talking about. So I ain't never seen one of them before.
I didn't either till a few days ago.
So you can like walk around in the sun and whatnot, and you can can you eat human food and all that?
I mean, I've eaten human food. I didn't know about that first part though. What?
I've heard stories occasionally. Some of them can walk in a day, but I've never seen it myself.
We can always tie a rope to him and find out.
I wouldn't want to go that far as to put a man's life in danger, but
I mean, that'd be an interesting one. I mean, if I need to pose as a human, all I got to do is show up at like noon to some kind of meeting.
I don't know if any of that's true. That's just rumor. But
it would be interesting to see you try to stand in sun at noontime. And as you all turn around, you see a rather tall man in a dark shirt and a bandana. Very European features. You can.
howdy, sir.
Hello. I am Mikhail. Sorry to intrude on your conversation, but I happen to be walking by and hearing the rumors that go about the Sun Bloods. And while you can, for a small time, be in this sunlight, you still suffer the same problem that the rest of your coterie does eventually. I have a little, I guess you could call Vardo. It's kind of a gypsy word. We travel to town and do carnivals and stuff like that. You should stop by and see me. And he hands you a card.
Sounds interesting. I'll take the card and pocket it.
Can I guess what clan he's from?
You can certainly try. You're gonna need at least 5 successes. Difficulty is 8.
Okay. What do I need to roll?
You're gonna roll your intelligence plus etiquette. Which I think is a pretty good dice pool for you.
4. Do I need to put all of my blood dice in there?
Yes, blood die. You take out the number of hunger dice from the regular dice. So if you're rolling 4 dice and you're at 3 hunger, you're rolling 3 hunger die and 1 regular die.
Yeah, that's 3 successes and a beast face.
Bestial failure. Well, not a bestial failure, but so you're not really sure because you've heard tales of Gangrel that had gypsy blood. And as far as you know, the only other clan that even fit that description, they've been wiped out for a while. Well, they died back in the late 90s during the Week of Nightmares, when their antediluvian basically caused them all to turn to ash, including the antediluvian.
I was just curious.
But
do I recognize him then? If he might be Gangrel?
You've never seen him before.
Okay.
But yes, I would not suggest going in at noon and standing in the sunlight. You will wake earlier than the rest of them, and you lack in the ability to manifest the powers that the rest of us do. But I know someone who can help you.
That would be very interesting. Is there any, like, I've not really been told how much I can do. Like, is there anything else I'd want to look into?
When you talk to Alexi, he will help you with everything you need to know. That is not my concern. I just happened to overhear a conversation in a term that should be kept in a kind of a tighter lip. You need to be careful. While the Anarchs are very accepting, not all of them are like Thin Bloods. Thin Bloods were said to usher in the end of times for our kind.
Well, much appreciated. I owe you one.
But don't get us killed.
Be careful what you say, the young one. Never tell another kindred you owe them one. I will give you that one for free because you are young.
All right.
And Mikhail nods now. If you excuse me, I have some elbow rubbing to do with the Baron that I'm sure he is not happy about. Have a good night.
Yes,
Oh.
court work.
And he walks off.
There's so many random people around here.
Probably better if we all go somewhere if we're wanting to talk where folk can't just walk in.
Well, Elijah, if you want, you can come with me and follow me. I have things I need to do, though, so we should be quick about it.
Sounds fine with me. Hey, Mick, yeah, I've got something for you. It's kind of a gift as a sort of, since that was we'll stop by my car on the way out.
All right.
All right, so I need to know who is going with who and who is going by themselves.
Well, I'm obviously going to go with Elijah.
And I'm going to eat.
I'm going to eat by myself too.
I'm going to my truck and I'm going to go with Elijah to my bar eventually when he's done with Mick.
Okay, so we will deal with the two that are going off on their own. Gwen, where do you go to feed? Or where do you go to hunt, I should say?
It's a very like low key, like back of the alley kind of area, like club, and everyone believes in like vampires and stuff. So it's like a gothic club.
Okay.
Lots of leathers, kind of like BDSM a little bit.
All right. So roll me a perception plus awareness. Let's see if you see anything that's to your liking.
Where is perception? There's perception. No. That's performance.
Perception should be up in the top row, far right. Or actually, perception was up there. Sorry, wits awareness.
Okay. Because I was like, what?
we were talking old vampire earlier, and those old stats popped in my head.
You're okay. Okay. One success, but it's a crit if that matters.
Not at the moment. So you're there for a while, and nobody's just really appealing to you. And then a group of what appear to be businessmen come in. And there's a rather tall, very attractive, appear to be Americans. He's He's pretty good looking. I mean, out of the bunch and out of what's in the club, he's definitely top tier. But he's dressed rather nicely. He's probably a nice Armani suit. Rather, I mean, he's not the usual, your usual taste, but I mean, he is compared to everybody else in the club. He would probably do, unless you want to sit around and wait for,
Considering how hungry I am, no, I don't really care.
Okay.
I walk up to him, just like tap him on the shoulder. I love your suit. I could make one much better though.
And he turns around and looks at you. Oh really?
Yes. Gwendolyn, nice to meet you.
Anderson.
I won't remember that. I'm just being honest. You are not from here, I assume?
No, I'm here on business.
Ah, where are you from?
The United States.
Oh, really? I just recently came from there.
Oh, really? Where from?
Hawaii.
Yeah, I mean, it's more like a vacation spot. It just, they made it a state. But yeah, it's nice. I've been there a few times. And he, just as you're kind of glancing over him, he's probably well-to-do. He's got a really nice Rolex watch. This suit is definitely Armani. The shoes are probably over $1,000 herself. So he's probably the nicest dressed person in the club. So
I'll just try chatting him up and trying to convince him we should go outside to my car. It's a lot quieter.
Sure. And he kind of exchanges some glances to the other men he's with. And it ranges, some of them look European, some of them look to be other Americans. So it's probably like it was a business outing or relaxation. But Anderson, he will follow you. So you go to your car. I need you to roll a manipulation plus seduction. Whichever specialization you took for your feeding.
Okay. So persuasion, I think, which is seduction. So yeah. What did you say?
Manipulation plus the other.
Okay.
Sorry, my brain froze up.
No, you're good. Let's see. That's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that is 5 successes.
Okay, so it doesn't take much coaxing, and the two of you go to the car, and you start off with small talk, and things slowly escalate, and the camera kind of fades to black.
I do want to activate Lingering Kiss, though.
Okay. So go ahead and do that. I believe it's a rouse check.
Yep.
Let me double check that because I know they changed it in the companion that just came out. So give me just a second. Sasha, where do you go to eat while I'm looking this up?
I would go to Anatoly's.
You're going to Anatoly, so are you going to catch an Uber?
If it's too far to walk, then yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely, it's a good walk. So you would catch an Uber. The Uber picks you up. Oh, where are you going, ma'am?
Well, you have the address and the thingy. Just take me there.
Oh yeah, sorry, kind of new to this. Just doing it for a little bit of extra quid, And he tries to chat you up, but I assume Sasha just really doesn't give him much of a much conversation, being
If he tries
antisocial.
too much, she would tell him that she'll tip him if he just leave her
He
alone.
shuts up. All right. So he shuts up at the promise of a tip. Just a second. So you get to Anatoly's. And the doorman says, Miss Sasha, it's lovely to see you again. Table for one, I take it?
Mm-hmm. Hello.
Very well. You recognize him, but you don't remember his name. He basically motions for one of the servers to come over, one of the waiters, and they escort you to the private room that you were all taken to. And you see a kind of an older woman there. What would you like to eat, my dear?
Well, I don't really know how it works. I came here once before and you gave me something. We called it tomato juice. And yeah, I don't. Is it like different blood types they taste differently? Is it like they're some more sweeter or something?
As you're asking this, Anatoly kind of leans around the corner. She needs a Capri Sun. Oh, okay. And she kind of walks off. So we will get back to you in just a moment, Sasha. So roll me. Okay, so as you activate it, and you begin to feed, it takes effect. So you don't need to roll anything. How much blood are you going to take? As a matter of fact, I need you to roll me a wits composure roll.
I'm hungry.
You are very hungry.
Okay. Wits composure?
Yep. You do not add any hunger dice to that. That's just straight dice.
Three.
Okay. Roll me a willpower. Current unspent willpower roll now.
Oh, poor Anderson. Okay. So I have 3 in willpower, so I roll 3 dice.
You do. You only have a 3 willpower?
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't seem right.
Well, that's no successes.
Okay. So as you begin to feed, this deep, primal voice in the back of your head, drink it all. He is but cattle. Drink. He is worthless. He is but food. And you drink him dry. You go down to 0 hunger,
No.
but you now have a corpse in your car.
Oh, poor Anderson. How's my humanity? That's a question.
You're going to take 2 stains, which we will resolve at the end of the session.
Okay.
And you are going to possibly lose a humanity. Well, actually, what is your current humanity?
Let's see. 7.
Yeah, actually, you're going to lose a humanity right off the bat.
Oh god.
And you will still take 2 stains and possibly lose another point of humanity. So as you feed, you're so into the feeding and you're so hungry that the beast is just easily overwhelms you, and you drink Anderson dry of every last drop of blood. Oh man, I need to roll something.
I have a question once you're done from rolling.
You can go ahead and ask while I'm.
Can I turn him into a ghoul?
No, you just killed him.
Okay.
You couldn't control the beast. You failed your roll, and you killed him before you could even make him anything.
Oh. And in character, I would know that too. Like there is no.
Oh yeah, you realize you have just made a very big boo-boo, and we will come back to that.
Okay.
Are we adding another kid to the coterie?
No.
So Sasha, after a few minutes, the older woman comes back and she hands you kind of it looks like a Capri Sun bag, but it's not a Capri Sun bag. It has a little yellow straw in it, but there's a bit of red on top of the straw.
So
And she hands it to you.
what is it?
It's Capri Sun.
No,
So-
but seriously, like what is it?
Drink it and you'll know.
I mean, I assume it's the tomato juice, but like where is it from?
She kind of points over to the locker or the freezer over in the corner. I got it out of the freezer. You're what they call a bagger, sweetie.
Bagger?
Bagger.
That doesn't sound very nice.
It's probably the nicest way to put it. You don't like to feed from mortals, so you drink it from a bag, or as we like to call it, a Capri Sun.
So what is it, like synthetic blood?
Oh no, it's blood.
Okay, but like it doesn't matter. It's just some blood, and it never matters what kind of blood it is.
Only certain vampires have a very select, unique palate, like the Ventru. They have to drink from a specific type of individual. If they drink from someone who isn't from that mold, they get sick. Whereas you just have to drink blood out of a bag.
And how do you know that about me?
Because Anatoly told me.
Oh, and he knows me because he touched my hand. Okay. Well, thanks. Do you do like and she's gonna start sipping it through a straw.
You will sate 1 hunger.
Do you do like tastings or something? Could I like next time just, I don't know, try different flavors? I miss flavors.
You don't like the cherry limeade?
I mean, it's good. I would like to know the options.
You want to try kiwi watermelon next time?
Sure. Every flavor.
Phyllis, would you stop messing with her? She said she wants to try flavors, dear. Anatoly just kind of pulls his head back around the corner. Next time you're here, we'll give you something different.
Thanks.
You're welcome, dear. Is there anything else?
No, I would pay, but she told me not to, so guess I'm just gonna leave. It's kind of weird, but thanks.
Have a nice night. Enjoy your Capri Sun.
Thanks. And I'll leave, sipping it through my straw.
So, while this is going on, Fenrir, Mick, and Elijah have headed out to the parking lot to get in their respective vehicles. The table is now yours for the three of you to interact and do what you need to do.
So yeah, I'm gonna go to my truck and just get in and sort of sit there, waiting for them to resolve whatever it is that they're going to do, so I can take Elijah to the bar.
Hey, Mouse, come here. Here's something I can give you. That
All right. What is it?
I go up to like the back seat of my car, and you see me like take out like the actual seat. Like there's compartments back there, and then you see like a line of like 2 wooden cases, all with like little mason jars.
I like where this is going.
And I go up there and says, "Now I don't know if you can actually enjoy this, but it has other uses as well. I mean, you run out of gas, you put it in your car. It burns real fucking good. And if nothing else, this will put lead in your pencil." And I hand him 2 jars of moonshine.
It must be rough not being able to sample your own product, huh? Or is it just like you can feel the burn of it with like, can we still feel pain?
I mean, we can still feel pain.
You still
as far
feel
as I
pain.
know. I mean, I can't really sample it anymore, but I've done this long enough to know what's good and what ain't.
I'm gonna open one and try a sip.
You have the ability as a thin blood, I believe. Just didn't you take a merit that allowed you to eat, or did?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, so yeah, I mean, you're still gonna throw it up later, but you can drink it now. I mean, it tastes all right.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the lifelike one says it just works as normal because it lets me pass a medical exam and stuff. So like my intestines still work and the bacteria is still in there, that sort of thing.
No, it still works. You still throw it up though.
Oh, I see. I wasn't sure exactly.
Yeah, you still throw it up. It just, you don't throw it up. You don't have to make a roll like the rest of the kindred would.
I assume like after trying something, I reel back like, damn, that is strong.
Yeah, it's about 160 proof. Like I said, it'll put lead in your pencil.
That's a lot of proof. I'm saving this for a special occasion.
Like I said, a little bit of an apology for what happened back in the foyer.
Of course. Don't worry.
So where are we going, Chief? You gonna ride with me, or are you gonna ride with your friend over?
I'll ride with you. I think we got to head to the bar first and get you situated. But afterwards, I'm probably gonna have to stop by that circus. It seems like a good time, and I need to learn more.
I wouldn't suggest going alone, but yeah, I understand what you're saying.
I mean, if I can go with someone else if you want to get settled in, it's up to you.
I mean, I figure with Baron talking about all this wildness going around and Sabat and Gamarilla and all kinds of dark things happening around in the works, us being alone for too long might not be a good idea. Especially, I heard you just got kidnapped.
Yeah, that was not a fun time.
So yeah, we might want to keep an eye on each other.
Yeah, so circus or bar then?
Well, I'd say we go to the bar first, get situated, figure things out, and then I'm sure you're, how you say it,
At this point in time, I'd lean over and roll the window down. Sometime to fucking day. I roll the window back up.
Well, he's definitely in a hurry. Let's hop on in here and we'll
let's get going.
We'll get going. See, I hop inside the Hudson. Turn the key over, reach over, open up the door, like unlock it and everything, so he can like hop in.
All right, yeah, I hop in and I guess we get going.
Okay, so you traverse the city. It takes you a little bit, but you make it back to Fenrir's bar, no problem.
So yeah, I'll get out and I'll walk over to the bar door and sort of open it and go inside, and I'll call for Garrett.
Garrett is actually at the hospital right now.
Okay.
Tommy is in charge tonight.
Okay. Tommy. Perfect. I remember Tommy. So yeah, I'll walk over to Tommy and I go, Tommy.
He immediately holds out his phone.
No, I don't need it. I got a fancy one.
Oh, thank God.
But I do need your help with something. Do we have any kind of property or land that's sort of abandoned that nobody goes around?
Do you? We don't. We use all our land to store stuff.
Do I? Sure, I own some kind of property someplace.
What is your resources at?
My resources is at 1 second. I'll tell you in a moment. I think it's 4. No, sorry, it's 2.
No, you do not.
Okay. Because I got my house. It says I have a bar, my house, a motorcycle, and my truck.
Yeah, but you don't have any like exclusive land. No.
Okay.
I'd offer my safe house, but that's probably not the best idea.
You mean your unsafe house?
So, do we have a place? And I look around to make sure that there's nobody important, hanging around or whatever that doesn't need to hear this. And if there's not,
give me a wits awareness.
Wits awareness. All right, cool. Let me check my wits and awareness. Now I have to find a dice roller. There we go. All right. Three successes.
Doesn't appear to be anybody that shouldn't hear anything. It's actually kind of a slow night tonight. I'm not really sure why, but it's mostly Garrett's guys. Some regulars, but like none of them are paying attention. They're too busy. They're 4 sheets to the wind, drinking their alcohol.
Does the biker do?
I know what you're trying to say. I got somewhere we can put him.
Because we got a guy who can make some moonshine. So
yeah, we got somewhere we can help set up.
All right. Good.
Also, another good thing I might need to if you got some contacts. I mean, I can. We're going to need a lot of corn, decent amount of sugar. Have to get them from places where people may not notice. So somebody buying them a bunch of corn, sugar, yeast is going to be a kind of a sign somebody's doing something they ain't supposed to be.
Can't the bar just buy that? I mean, I can make my own alcohol. I can sell alcohol here, no problem.
Yeah, you got a brewing license, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we can front it through Fenrir.
So we could do it semi-legally.
Tommy's kind of looking like back and forth between all 3 of you. He's like, you do realize we're not in America, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I understand that. I'm let's just say I'm used to doing things my way.
You don't worry about the corn or the sugar or any of that. It'll be taken care of. You just tell Fenrir how much you need, and we'll make the arrangements, and you can just deposit the funds.
Sounds good to me. Of course, I'll be taking my cut out of it as well.
Of course, and then whatever I get a cut of whatever you make, obviously the best, and I'll sell it here, and then whatever I make for profit, you get a percentage of it, no problem.
Well, it looks like we got a little bit of a nip joint going.
And I know a few people that can probably get use out of your alcohol as well.
Well, I mean, hell, if you have to, it can run. You can run your car on the shit, or you know, degrease an engine.
Well, my truck is pretty old, so yeah, you're right. I probably could run it off of that.
Probably gonna run hell on the filters though.
I think my
Hell.
truck's older than your car.
How old is your truck?
Oh, I cannot remember now. I know it was. Mary, can you put the image up of it?
Oh, you would have to send it to me again.
Okay, I'll have to find it.
It's an older
Don't worry
truck.
about it.
It's
Yeah.
unimportant. It's unimportant the age of the truck, but yeah, it's pretty old. I want to say it was like one of the first American trucks.
Okay. Yeah, I'll be like, well, we'll see what we can do to maybe to get that thing in some better shape.
Oh no, it's in pristine shape. It looks nice.
Okay.
He takes really good care of it. It's old, but it's really well taken care of. It looks like it's factory new.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, probably similar to your car, in fact.
Cool. Elijah looks to Tommy and holds out his hand and says, by the way, name's Elijah. And your name is?
Tommy,
Pleasure to meet you.
you don't need my phone, do you?
No, I got one of those things.
Okay. Just making sure.
I can use a phone. Can you not use the phone?
Tommy loses his phone all the time. I don't know why.
I mean, you just hit the numbers on it to the person you want to talk to, and then you're like,
Sometimes you can even push a button and just say that person's name. It's really weird.
No, I don't get that newfangled. I'm just give me buttons I can touch, and then that's all I need.
Sasha gets me these new phones sometimes, and they last like a month or two, but then they kind of just I get tired of them, so I just throw them away.
Yeah, at this point, I think you're putting someone's kids through college and sales commissions.
Just they ring all the time and they shake all the time, and I don't like it, but I deal with it because
I mean, you can turn them off, right? As far as I know. I mean, I turn mine off when I don't like it.
Mick,
I turn mine off too. I'd spike it on the ground like a football.
Mick, as Fenrir mentions that it shakes all the time, it vibrates all the time, your phone in your pocket vibrates.
See? Speak of the devil.
Fenrir, you don't notice this.
Oh, I don't.
Oh,
Nope. It's in his pocket. How would you notice?
I don't
so
know
yeah.
if it's making a noise. Sometimes they make that vibrating noise. It's really loud, man.
I pull out my like old like Nokia looking flip phone that I'll use. You know, I look at it.
I'm assuming that I pull it out, look at it, and realize that once again it's an unknown caller, and I don't know which of the three
That
it
was
is.
his phone.
Yep.
Oh, I thought it was. Yeah, it was my phone, right?
It is
Yeah.
your phone. Yes, it was
Okay.
not Elijah's phone.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was assuming I just pull it out, see another unknown caller, and I'm like, I never know which of the three it is. I'll be back.
Oh boy, he's a handful. Wanted me to go out into the sun with him, like on a picnic or something. So
No
just tell me
shit.
they just tell me what the fuck was wrong.
Tommy kind of chimes up. You guys would make a cute couple.
Yeah,
He starts laughing. Some of the boys laugh too.
he eats fish real well. You want to try some?
Why would I want to eat your fist?
Well, you keep running your mouth like that, you might.
He just kind of smiles at you. Mick, you answer your phone.
Hello?
How did you like your present?
Which one is it?
You don't recognize the voice?
Oh, so it's you guys again. You know, I never know. I was hoping it'd be about my car warranty again.
You're full of jokes. Would you like a foot this time?
What do you want?
I told you, or my associates told you, to keep your mouth shut. And what's the first thing you did? You went blabbing to the Baron and your friends. They told you we have eyes everywhere. So unless you want a foot, or you want us to make a phone call to your former employer, you need to start playing ball.
So again, what do you want?
What did they tell you I wanted?
Information.
That's right. So you just start filtering information. Next time I call, you better have something good for me. Or you
Right.
might get a calf. And the line goes silent.
All right, I want to think back for a second. Who was at that meeting when we discussed it?
The Tremere were there. Or actually, no. It was just your coterie. And Elijah. And the Baron.
I don't think I'm going to say anything. I'm just going to head back up and join them again.
Okay.
Which friend was it this time? Work friend? Sabat friend?
Car warranty. Same
I
thing
always-
every time. We have come to re-extend your warranty. Like,
I don't even have a
you think
warranty.
they'd make those illegal or something?
They always call me. That's why I spiked my phone on the ground. Well, we got places to be, so let's get going, boys.
And we will pause that right there. And we're going to jump back to Gwen. So Gwen, as the beast subsides in your head with a satisfied growl, you look and you see Anderson lifeless in your car.
No, I did, no, he's Anderson. And I'm just going to shake him.
He does not move.
Then I'm going to, like, even knowing that he's dead and it's lifeless, I'm going to, like, bite his, like, hand, trying to, like, I don't know, force venom into his body or something.
Nothing happens. But as you do this, your phone begins to ring.
No. What does it say?
It is Jackson's mother.
Okay. Hello?
Gwen?
Yes.
It's Jackson's mother. He's gotten worse. He was asking for you.
Oh. Okay. I'll be right over. Give me about an hour. Is that okay?
Is everything okay?
Yeah, everything is great. There was just an issue with an order, and it's just got me all worked up, and I just need to take care of it, and I will be right there.
Okay, well, do you know if anything's ever bothering you that you're like family to us? You know, we do anything for you.
As she says that, I'm just looking at the dead body. Yeah, I know. You're my family as well. I'll be right there. Tell Jackson I am coming. and I love him.
I will. We'll see you soon.
Okay. Just put my head in my hands for like a minute. I'm gonna go to my house first.
Okay. How do you drive at a normal pace or do you drive fast?
Oh, I am driving so by the rules at this point.
Okay.
So I'm just being really calm, and I'm looking over because this is the first person I've ever killed.
Roll me a Dex plus Drive.
Yes. No hunger. Okay.
There is that.
Oh, no hunger dice. Yay. Okay. Dex plus Drive. So 6. 2 is a crit, so that's 4 and 5.
All right. So yeah, you're able to fly casual, as we'll say, or drive casual, as not to draw any attention. And you make it to your house.
I pull into the garage, and I will take Anderson's body out of the car. I'm so sorry. You deserved so much better than this. Oh God.
He did not. He was cattle.
Oh, shut up. And I'm just going to put him in like the cold storage.
Okay.
Until I can figure out what I'm doing with his body.
All right.
I am going to make a phone call when I get back in the car on my way to the hospital. The first thing, well, actually, I'm going to do first one thing. I'm going to text Sasha and I'm going to tell her, hey, I'm going to the hospital. Jackson's not doing so well. Feel free to tell Fenrir. And then I'm going to call up to Vlad.
The phone rings and rings and rings till it eventually goes to voicemail. You have reached Vlad. You know what to do. Beep.
I really need you right now, probably more than I have in a very long time. Call me. I hang up.
Sasha, you get a text message from Gwen saying that she's going to the hospital, that Jackson is getting worse. And feel free to tell Fenrir. What do you do?
I reply sorry and send Fenrir a screenshot of the text. And then I realize that he probably can't open a screenshot to read it. So I'm gonna send him a text message pretty much saying what Gwen said, that Gwen's upset, something wrong with the kid, she went to the hospital, and she wanted me to tell you. I don't know why she wanted me to tell you, but she wanted, I guess. I don't know. Whatever.
Fenrir, you get this text message.
Yeah, I'll look at it, think about it for a second, shake my head, and then sort of put the phone away.
So roll me an intelligence technology. Because this, while you're starting to learn things, you're still not proficient because of your flaw.
I don't have a flaw, though.
You took the
Mm-mm.
in time, or am I thinking one of the other characters?
I have living in the past, but it's
Living
only
in the-
for, but that's not for technology, though.
Okay. So roll me an intelligence technology.
1 success.
It takes you a while, but you eventually figure out how to see the rest of the message, because all you can say is when you get a piece of when you get a text message, you get a piece of the text message when you see the note. So you can only see part of it. So it takes you a little bit to open your phone up, but you eventually do get it open, and you take care of that. Gwen, you said you were going to call the hospital as well, I believe.
No, I'm going straight to the hospital.
You're going straight to the hospital? All right. Well, I think this is a good place to take a break. All right. And we'll pick up there when we come back. And we're back. Before we went to the break, a lot happened. Mick got a phone call from his friends. Gwen went and fed and made a oopsie and killed someone. We resolved the stain during the break. Gwen lost a second point of humanity. Gwen also, during her panic state, called her sire, who did not pick up his phone, and received a phone call from Jackson's mother that Jackson had gotten worse. Sasha found out that she can try different flavors of Capri Sun. And Mick, Fenrir, and Elijah came up with an idea for setting up a distillery. Fenrir has received a text message stating that Gwen is the little boy that they had been investigating. He and Sasha had been investigating the issue with him getting sick, has become more ill. And we left off with Gwen putting the body of the now deceased Anderson in a freezer at her home. So we will pick up with Fenrir, Mick, and Elijah right after Fenrir has figured out how to open up his phone, because those big fingers get in the way sometimes.
So yeah, I look at it for a minute. I think, kind of shake my head. I look a little bit upset. And then I slip the phone back into my pocket. Well, we have places to be, boys. The Baron said that this person might be of some help. And I slip the card that he gave me out of my pocket, and I look at it. We should head over there maybe while the girls are doing girl things and drinking, and I don't know what they're doing. Eating, I guess. Oh, they're on a cycle together. That's cute. Let's go investigate this person. Give us something to do.
Yeah, it's going to be a few days before I get things in order, so I don't mind helping y'all out with whatever.
Yeah, and if you need anything, you can just let me know as well. Oh, these Sabbat, they're going to be a problem. Moving in on our territory like that and causing the trouble.
Yeah, ain't no good coming to them.
Well, do you want to ride in one truck since you're going to be coming back here?
I don't rightly mind, though. If we both take a car, maybe if one of us has to leave one, we could easily escape the other. But I don't care either.
Yeah, you're right. We should probably go separate. That way Hudson can ride with you, so he doesn't sneak up my cab.
Nice.
Mick can go with you. Sorry, Hudson.
I'm willing to come with.
All right, Mouse, you coming?
Yep, let's go.
Hey, for situation, is there anything we need to come to be prepared, by the way?
Oh, you want guns or something?
Not necessarily. I mean, I can fire a gun, but I didn't know if we needed to be packing light or packing heavy kind of situation.
I don't know if I ever got fully filled in on this situation.
I don't go nowhere without at least hearing a little bit about it.
Well, as far as I know, it's about poor Mick here, right? he's got friends that he doesn't want to have, and we have people in our territory doing things that we don't want him to do, right? What's there more to know?
Can we kind of keep that under wraps, please?
What? You do have friends you don't like. Everybody does. I got you, don't I?
Right, but I was on the understanding that's not leaving that room.
It's
But let's
not.
go.
We're talking about, all your friends.
All right, well, either way, let's be on our way.
Do you guys want to go downstairs and grab a couple things in case we need some heat? I mean, I'm good either way, right? But I know you lesser mortals choose to shoot things.
I mean, my kit's in your car with the armor and all that. I'll be fine.
Okie dokie.
I just didn't know what kind of situation we'd be walking into.
I'm not sure. The big B said that he'd be a friend, so maybe an ally. I was also thinking about maybe just going to the worst part of town and tooling around there and see what we find. But this person said that they could help us, so we should maybe go there first.
Yeah, better know who our friends are and who ain't.
At least until I can find out what I can do to help the kid.
There's a kid.
Yeah. He's real sick. He's got some heebie-jeebies on him. Waiting for the people that Sasha works with. Well, the ones that she works for. Well, whatever. The clan. I'm sure you're familiar with them. They're in America, right?
Yeah, they got from here in America.
Oh, I didn't mean them. I meant the clan.
Which one are you talking about?
It doesn't matter.
Yeah. Anyway, we should probably head that way.
Sure, yeah. Whenever you're ready. Oh,
Yeah.
if you want, I'll reach into my jacket and I'll pull out my shotgun and I'll hand it to him. The sawed-off one. You can take that if you want.
Yeah, that'll do. More so, I was just wondering, make sure we're all right. Wasn't saying we were going to have to shoot our way out of here, but sure.
Well, if it makes you feel better, her name is Bessie. You can keep her close to your chest.
Wonderful. And I'll put that in the Hudson in one of my little compartments.
Well, if Mick's ready and everything, then I'm gonna look at the address on this and put it in the GIPS.
All right, you put the address in the GIPS. It's on the far side of town. Not really an area you've been in before. But you start your way on over there, and we're going to go back to Gwen and Sasha. Gwen, is Sasha going to meet up with Gwen? Or is Gwen going to pick up Sasha? How's this going to work?
I would message her. Do you want to come? If so, I can pick you up.
You would get a message back saying that do I have to? ...
I mean, if you want to. ... Question mark. Confused face.
She'll just call you at this point.
Yeah, I'll answer.
I don't there's nothing I can do at that hospital. I'm sorry if you want me to come, 'cause for moral support or some kind of bullshit like that. Yeah, I guess I can come 'cause we're friends or whatever, but
Okay, I'll be to you in a minute.
okay, I guess that's a yes.
As she was talking, I just hung up. As she was like, "Oh, okay, I guess that was a boop." and I would
Yay.
just drive to your place.
So while Sasha is waiting for Gwen to get there, your phone goes off. You have a text.
I have a text?
No, Sasha does.
Okay.
What does it say? What number is it from?
It's from Lyle's number. It says, "Hey, C said that you needed some information. I'll send it to you through the backdoor encryption program to your laptop."
Cool. Thank you.
No problem. Talk to you later. And I assume you have your laptop fired up at the house.
Well, I always have it with me. Kind of deal in my bag.
So do you open it up and look to see if you've got the message from Lyle, or?
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I would do that, waiting for her.
Okay. So as you open it up, you open up this file and you start looking at it, and it looks like Latin, Greek, some Aramaic maybe. It makes no sense to you whatsoever.
Okay, well, do I have a capacity to try to use a program to translate it for me? Throw it in
Yeah, I mean,
somewhere?
I would assume you being a hacker, you have. And as you run through the program, it keeps coming back with language not found.
I would text Lyle and be like, dude, what the fuck is that? Can't read it.
He will message you back. Sent what she told me to send you. Not sure what it was. Couldn't read it myself. Thought you knew what it was. We'll get back to you. And it's about that time that Gwen arrives and knocks on your door.
I do have just a quick question. With the time that I'm coming back there, would Fenrir and Elijah and Mick already have left and stuff?
Yeah, because this is all happening simultaneously.
Okay.
And we will pause with you two, and we're going to jump to Mick and Elijah on their ride over.
Yeah, as I'm like hand on the wheel, looking over and says, "Now, I don't know half y'all from Adam, but I can tell you're pretty spooked, kid."
Yeah, it's been a long week. Well, long couple weeks.
And yeah, you probably don't want to. Now, I was in Elysium. I thought we'd be pretty, well, not Elysium, but a safe spot, wherever you want to call it, that the Baron put set up. I thought we could, talk a little more freely, but probably don't want to talk so much about things, especially, I like this Fenrir fellow, but he seems to just be willing to blab about whatever right in front of just.
Yeah, I've learned he's very much a loudmouth at this point.
So we may want to be a little quieter about it, and like I said, somebody spooked as you don't necessarily, something's happening, I can tell. And it looks like you don't have to pick who your friends are, buddy.
Yeah, I've been trying my best.
Well, like I said, I don't know you too well, but if you need anything, you just come call.
Of course.
You got any questions for me? Anything you need help with or want to tell me?
Not really, no. I think I can manage on my own, but I am curious. What were you up to before you came down here?
Not much, to be honest with you. Living my life, making shine, taking care of things, taking care of people I still cared about. A lot of things I'm down here for.
So you were one of those guardian types, huh?
I guess that's what you call it. Kept an eye on what was left, things when I had to walk away. I mean, hell, I'm not exactly a spring chicken as far as these things go, but around here it looks like I am.
Yeah, I thought I knew it pretty well too until all of a sudden I'm on the other side of the fence and I'm looking around like, wow, you know? Feels like I was the one inside the coop.
Yeah, I know that feeling. Back where I'm from, things are a little quieter. Things don't move so fast. But around here, it seems like there's a new goddamn problem every damn day.
That's London for you.
Don't that make you feel like a shaved tail Louie?
I'll pretend I know what that means.
like you don't know what you're talking about, or you don't know things.
I see.
Damn, everybody around here acts like I'm speaking some kind of French.
I've had an easier time with the French, honestly.
Shit, I forget they're around here too, ain't they?
Yeah, they come on vacation, always a little loud.
That's what I hear. Anyway, like I said, I got your back, kid.
Thank you.
Just do me one favor. I'm gonna watch your back. You're gonna watch mine.
Of course. That's what the coterie is about.
Just don't let me find a knife there.
I'll do my best.
Yeah, and then I'll just kind of like be really quiet for the rest of the drive.
Right. So the three of you eventually arrive at the address that Fenrir has on the card. We will get back to that in a moment. We're going to jump back to Gwen and Sasha.
Beep. Beep, 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 beep.
I'm coming! Now I'd gather my staff and just meet her by the door.
Beep.
I'm here! Why? What? I understand that you're going through something emotional and shit, but that wasn't called for. Let's just go.
You have no idea what I'm going through at this point right now in my undead life.
Oh, I don't know why you care so much about this kid, but
Because I didn't have a say in my life. I got sick. I met Vlad. Or Vlad met me. I almost died. And now I'm here. I watched my brothers have kids. I've watched my brother's kids have kids. And it was something that I wanted.
oh, vampires can't make little baby vampires?
No. All of that is dead.
Well,
So-
you know, you could find a kid and bite him or whatever you do. And have a little vampire kid.
You're not supposed to turn children into kindred.
I'm just giving you options.
I could have adopted years ago. But why would I have wanted to do that? Watch them get old and die.
Aren't
I
you
would have
kind
never
of
planned
doing
it.
it already?
It's
That
different,
whole speech, I watched them. I watched them die. I watched their kids die.
I guess. So Jackson just means something to me. I met him, and he's a good kid.
Yeah, he seems smart.
He's very smart. He's very funny, full of enthusiasm.
And as you say that Jackson's full of enthusiasm, deep in the back of your head, you hear, and so full of blood.
And I'll say it out loud. And so full of blood.
I thought you just said you're not supposed to eat kids.
I don't know what made me say that. I think that that's. I don't. I will never, ever hurt the child.
Well, I wish I could help you with whatever is happening to him. I've been trying to research stuff, but apparently Chandra and all those cult bitches are not gonna help me till I actually go there and they're gonna teach me their ways. I mean, they send me something, but it's pretty much useless for now. I think I'm not gonna understand anything from it until I actually go there tomorrow.
Sandra is a. She's very old school in the way that she protects you. The other bitches that follow her, I immediately dislike them. No offense against your clan. Hashtag sorry, not sorry.
Everyone keeps saying this is your clan, this is your color. I don't. I haven't signed up. I want to learn what they're doing, but I don't like them, and I'm not joining their little club.
Do what you please. It is your life. You have a lot of it to live. Until we eventually meet. Whatever we meet. The sun, a stake through the heart.
Also, I went to one of the toys today, and I've been trying to ask them about like different flavors and stuff, but they just kept making fun of me, and I think they were trying to make some reference to like a drink or something. I don't drink alcohol. I don't know the name of drinks. They were just laughing, and I didn't learn shit.
Well, that's. You're asking if there's like each blood type tastes different?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, always a little more potent, but that's because it's an older like bloodline, I guess.
It's not so much that it's the blood type, it's the type of person the blood was taken from. Blood type means nothing unless you're Ventru and you can only eat from or feed from someone who's positive, B negative. There are different resonances in mortal blood, and it has to do with the emotional state they were at the time the blood is taken or was taken.
Okay. Or it depends. So like how vegans say you're not supposed to eat meat because like they're like memory. It's so confusing. I don't understand it. But like if someone was like really emotional and you eat from them, it's a little bit. I can only describe it as sad. It's not very tasty. It's kind of bitter.
Really
Like-
melancholy.
If you drink from like a Karen, it's not good. No. I've tried it.
Does Sasha know what a Karen is?
Yeah, Sasha does know what a Karen is.
Okay.
Sasha knows memes.
It's kind of like, it's upsetting. It immediately makes you want to call for your manager.
I would imagine it would be very bitter.
Mm,
Karen
yes,
would be bitter.
it is. And
I like bitter. I'll ask for a Karen next time.
you should. You should definitely ask for a Karen if you want to taste what. I can't describe it. Some person said it tastes like hate. I don't know if I can describe that, but
I don't know how I hate tastes like.
yeah, not very good.
Well, I'm gonna get a tasting next time to try to figure this out.
Once all this is done with Jackson and we're down at the hospital, I need to take you back to my place. Actually, I need to have a little bit of a meeting.
What meeting?
I'll tell you later.
We already had a meeting today. There's too many
Dif-
meetings happening today.
Different kind of meeting. This is kind of important.
Okay.
And I would just stay quiet the rest of the way.
Right. So, we're going to jump back over to the villas. So, as you kind of get to this area of town, your GPS kind of has you stop in kind of like a city park area. There are buildings all along it. But the address is actually the park.
Does there say anything else on the card?
Just the address. The GPS is telling you it is the park.
Okay. Well,
Did
I'll
you
park
agree?
someplace and get out. And I'll just sort of start looking around, see if I see anything or anyone.
Yeah, we'll pull up and I'll get out and kind of look around with him.
All right, both of you, or all three of you, give me a wits awareness.
All right. Two successes.
Okay.
4 successes.
Okay.
That would be 4 successes as well.
All right. So, Mick, it takes you a little bit longer, but everyone eventually notices that there's a rather slender woman with two dogs.
Do I recognize these dogs?
You no. They look like dogs, but you're not 100% sure that they are dogs.
Would I be able to recognize them?
They don't look familiar to you. They look like dogs, but they're definitely not dogs. They're too big to be dogs.
Can I use either my huntsman or tactician to see if I can determine if they're lupine?
Sure.
While they're doing that, I'm gonna go round to the trunk of Fenrir's, or the back of Fenrir's truck, and I'm gonna get like my it was in the shotgun seat, right? Like my armor with the body armor. Because I had like the gear kit in there too, and seems
That has
useful
your
for the
symbol on
situation.
it, right?
No, it just says like London PD, because like
Okay.
you wouldn't broadcast that, you know?
Right. I just didn't know if you had like some sort of weird symbol in there. Okay, so what do I roll for this? Because it says I get 3 dice if I'm determining or tracking or pursuing a lupine or stuff like that.
Intelligence plus occult.
Intelligence plus occult. And then plus those 3 dice as well?
Yep.
Okay. 5 6 successes. There's a crit.
They are not lupine. They are lupine-like.
Okay. But would I recognize if that's some sort of like servant to lupines, or are they more like servants to vampires? Would I know or not?
You're not really sure. You definitely
Like,
know that they're not dogs.
it's not like my dog, right?
No, it's nothing like your dogs.
Okay, cool. Cause yeah, my dog, he's a ghoul dog.
They're not werewolves.
Okay. All right. And do I recognize the woman at all? Someone I
You
might
do
have met
not.
before?
You have never seen this woman in your life.
Okay. Well, is there a park bench or anything I can just sort of sit at and look around, see if I spot anyone else that's sort of unusual?
Sure. Yeah, there's several park benches. She's sitting at one with her dogs.
Yeah, I'll walk over and kind of sit, not real close to her, but sort of close enough. And I'll give her a look and I go, "Pleasant night."
At least it's not raining.
That's true. But I do like the sound of rain.
It is nice sometimes when you're out running barefoot.
Do that often?
When the mood strikes me, oh my friends.
I'll kind of stop talking and just sort of sit. See if she says anything else.
Make me a wits awareness.
Okie dokie. 4 successes.
You definitely notice that, like, this is a rather large park. Throughout the park, you notice there's a man who has 2 similar dogs. And another woman with similar dogs.
Okay. So yeah, after I notice that, I go, what kind of dog is that? Not seen it before.
Oh, it's a special breed.
What are they bred for?
They are show dogs.
Win any medals?
They've done a thing or two that is great.
I kind of lean back and just sort of look at Elijah and Mick, see what they do.
I'm still kind of hanging back, just watching this, trying not to intrude.
What is Elijah doing?
Elijah will be like, he'll look at Mick and he's like, think we should get involved in this. He seems to be looking our way.
Do you want to go talk to the 2 over there?
I think it'd be better if we stayed together for now.
This is true.
So I'm going to go ahead and walk on over. You going to stay here and look pretty, or are you going to come with?
No, I'll come with.
Alrighty, I'll approach Fenrir. And once I get within like speaking distance to the woman and whatnot, I'll remove my hat. We're like, pleasant evening, isn't it?
At least it's not raining. But as Mick approaches, the 2 dogs kind of sit up and start growling at Mick.
Should I be worried about those two?
That depends, little one.
Depends on what.
What they smell on you. They don't just not like people. They are very people friendly.
They got specific distaste of a particular type of thing.
Those that would hurt their friends.
Oh, that's definitely not Mickey boy. He'd never
Yeah,
hurt his friends.
I don't think Mouse here gonna hurt nobody.
Fenrir, you can now make me an intelligence occult without your dice from your lore sheet. But you can add 2 dice due to kindred knowledge.
All right. 1 success.
Something is like there's something there in the back of your head, and you just, for the life of you, you know what's going on, you know what this is, but it's just not popping in your brain until the last possible second, and you realize that you've heard stories of your kin able to turn into wolves, dogs, bats. You say he is your friend, so I will take it at your word. I don't believe that Mr. Cross would send you here with anyone at ill will, but they smell something on this one. And she looks at Mick.
It must have come off of me. We share a truck.
If that were the case, they would have done the same thing when you approached.
Oh, my good friend Gwen says I smell like dog. They probably just smell me.
Don't we all? Come, we should go for a walk.
I'll stand up and kind of dust myself off. As you like.
Your friends can come too.
I'll wave
Yeah,
them
I would hope so.
Much appreciated.
One of them looks at you, Mick, and snarls, and then starts to walk as she walks.
You really need to take a bath, Mick. They don't like you.
Been a bit preoccupied the last few days.
Yeah, I didn't peg you for a cat person.
Yeah, I'll follow.
Pets get expensive.
I'll follow her closely.
So as you start walking, you notice that she slowly, as you walk by the man with the 2 dogs, a few minutes later after you've passed by, they kind of fall in line behind. And the same thing happens with the other woman. Falls in line behind him. And you kind of go a little bit deeper into the brush, or the more floral and fauna type area of this park. My name is Alexandra. I believe you know who we are, what we are.
You would be correct.
We left the Camarilla, decided to roam, ended up here in London. We had a quiet, yet enjoyable time. But the winds of war are coming.
I've heard. How can you help?
We know the city probably better than most. We keep our ears to the ground. We move about unnoticed.
What has your unnoticed eyes seen?
We have two problems. Your friends' former friends, or friends, yet to be determined. And those less savory of our kind. Misha, be quiet. The Baron seeks to include us in his city. I am assuming he has sent you as an ambassador, being one of us.
I nod. I'm sure that if you give your help, he'd be more than happy to take you in. I'm sure he's already spoken to you about what he would like. And if you help me, I'll make sure to put in as much good word as I can. I think I'd prefer to find the Sabbat first. If they cause too much trouble, his old friends will be a lot more difficult to manage.
Very well. And we'll see what my kin will do.
I think I may have already put someone on the task of helping with his old friends anyways, so I think having a pair of eyes looking for the Sabbat to point me in the direction would be best.
And it's about that time that your phone goes off again.
I look at her and I say, I apologize. Could be important. One moment, please. And I'll reach into my pocket and I'll pull out my phone and I'll try to answer it.
It is a text message.
Okay. And then I will read it.
As you open it up, it is from your contact. They did an extensive research on the van types, and they have 3 different places that own those types of vans.
All right.
One of them is the London Police.
Okay,
Another is a cleaning service.
Okay.
And the third was purchased from an unknown party.
Okay. Well, I will have to tell the more computer savvy of my coterie this. So I'll try to forward this text message to Sasha.
Roll me an intelligence technology.
Okie dokie. I got 2 successes because it was a crit.
So yeah, I mean, it takes you a little bit, but you're starting to figure out how to maneuver your larger digits to send a text or to send a forward, and you eventually send it. Whoa! Like Sasha was like going like psychedelic there.
Her mic, her like camera keeps falling, and I've watched it fall for the 3rd time now, and it's tripping me out every time it happens. I'm like, what's going on behind me?
But you do send it to Sasha eventually.
Awesome.
Do I see character development happening?
Possibly. You see some dogs that don't like your ass, that's for sure. So Sasha, you get a forwarded text from Fenrir with the same information I just gave him.
And I add in any way that you can figure out. Oh, there's some echo coming from somewhere. Okay. Is there any way that you can figure out who might have owned these vans previously?
I'll try. I'll text him back and I'll. If we're still riding, then I'll just pull out my laptop while we're driving and start trying to research whatever he wanted me to research.
Okay. You give me a computer intelligence plus computers.
Let me double check. I think that's 9 dices, but yeah. 9 successes, critical win if success, best your failure if miss.
So you backtrack and you go through every back door. And it's dummy company after dummy company after dummy company. And the third one you cannot figure out who owned these vans. Whoever did this was really smart and really did their homework on how to cover things up.
Yeah, I'll text him back after that. Pretty much what you said, that whoever is covering their tracks knows their shit.
Okay. So to the person that sent me this information, I'll call the guy that I gave this job to originally.
Okay. Well, hold on there because we're going to jump back over to Sasha and Gwen now. So, do Gwen and Sasha have a conversation on the way over while Sasha is looking up this information, or is it a quiet car ride?
I would be very quiet, kind of just thinking over everything, slowly feeling my humanity slip away from me.
Okay. Sasha, make me a wits awareness roll. Or actually, make an intelligence subterfuge roll for me.
Okay, I did wits awareness already. It was 5. Subterfuge and what?
An intelligence.
Free successes, best your failure if miss.
All right, so it doesn't take much. You realize that Gwen is not Gwen right now. Gwen normally does not stop talking. Gwen has been unearthly quiet, almost Sasha quiet like.
There.
Huh? What? What did
He'll
you?
be fine.
Oh, that's right, Jackson. Yeah, that'll be fine.
And you pull up to the hospital, and you go park in the normal parking area where you generally park, and you start your trek. And you get to the hospital door, and Jackson's mother sees you, and she comes up to you, and she gives you a hug.
I hug her back.
He's in there. He's not doing well.
Did the doctor say anything that could be fixed, or what's going on, or anything?
They still don't know what's wrong with him.
Okay. I'm going to go speak to him. And I have a present for him, as normal.
You always do. You're too good to us.
Ah, that's good enough. And I will go in the room to Jackson. I'll knock on the door.
You recognize Garrett is standing at the door, and he opens the door and lets you in.
Oh, thank you, Garrett.
You go in. Jackson's in his bed. Whereas before he had minimal like tubes in his nose and tubes with IVs and stuff like that. He has an IV. He has more like an oxygen mask instead of the nose thing. They've kind of enclosed him in kind of like a plastic see-through thing. And the nurse that's in there is like, you'll have to stay on this side until we can figure out what's wrong with him. I know you like to spend time with him alone, so I'll step outside. I have a couple of the rounds I need to make, but take your time.
Thank you. And I'll go into my purse and I'll pull another toy car because those were his favorite. Now, what is going on, little guy? What is this about?
And when you came in, he was like, kind of like he was asleep. But as he hears your voice, he kind of like opens his eyes a little bit and he kind of turns and looks at you. He's like, I don't feel so good, Glenn.
Well, why? What's going on with you?
The boogeyman he comes every night and I have nightmares and I'm tired.
What does the boogeyman do?
He scares me and I scream and I yell and he like reaches out for me and I don't feel good.
As he says that, I'm going to heighten. I'm going to use heightened senses and then use sense the unseen.
You do. I'm not even gonna make it roll. There's nothing else in the room. You don't.
So,
you hear people breathing outside. You don't smell anything out of the ordinary. You do know that since the unseen would not. Fenrir and Sasha have told you that the Malkavian that works at the hospital told them it was a spirit. So you would not be able to sense it or see it.
okay. How would you like if we get some of the best doctors to come over to my place and I fix you the room? I fix you the biggest room in the house, and your mom and dad can stay there, and you can be comfy in the nice comfy bed with all kinds of toys and be out of here. At least you'll be comfortable.
He kind of looks at you and he starts to smile and he drifts off to sleep.
I'll put the toy on the nightstand, knowing that I can't get closer to him. Don't worry, little guy, I say under my breath. We'll take care of this. I'm going to go to his mother. I have an idea, I say as I walk up. It's so uncomfortable in here, and it's so just stuffy and it's smelly and it's just uncomfortable. What if I will get him the best doctors money can possibly buy, and we'll put you and husband at my house. We'll give him a room, the biggest one. He'll take my room.
We couldn't put you out like that. It's not fair. You've already done far enough. And in the back of your head, you hear, that's right, bring more food home.
It will be fine. You won't put me out. There's plenty of rooms in the house.
There's plenty of blood in those bodies. What's wrong, Gwen? You don't look well.
Just a lot is going on. This has upset me quite much, as it has to you and your family.
Roll me a manipulation plus deception.
Yes. Manipulation. Deception. Trying to see if I took anything in deception. Why can't I find deception?
Subterfuge.
Okay.
Because it used to be deception and they changed it to subterfuge.
Okay. I'm over here just like, am I missing it?
No, my brain is just the medicine I'm on kind of makes me sometimes.
That is 2 successes.
It's been hard on all of us. We'll have to clear it through the hospital. They've got him confined like he's very contagious. I don't know if they're going to let him go.
Don't worry. I'll take care of it.
Okay.
I have friends. It'll be fine. Get his stuff ready. Get your stuff ready. Let me clean the house up because I haven't been home and it's kind of a bit of a mess.
Got a full body in my freezer. She smiles at you. You and Sasha give me a wits awareness. Is that 4, Sasha? Okay.
Get all mine together. One, 2, 3 successes.
So Sasha, you notice a lot. Gwen, you do eventually notice, but Sasha, you notice a familiar Malkavian kind of standing down at the end of the hallway. And he sees you and he waves and he motions for the both of you to come to his office.
I'll be right back.
That's the doctor dude that you know.
Yeah, right. Let's go.
It's good to see you again, Sasha. And your friend is? Oh, wait. How did I not recognize you? You make all the best clothes in all of London.
Stop the bullshit. What the fuck are you doing?
I am trying to solve this problem.
Are you? Are you really trying to solve the problem? Because he's only getting sicker while you do what?
You need to keep your emotions in check. I get that you're upset.
Do you?
The Baron has forbid him to be removed from this hospital.
Why?
Because it needs to be contained.
What is it?
It is a spirit, as I told your friends. But if you take a spirit from where it is and you take it out somewhere else, things can go very wrong.
I'll take it to my place. We'll be able to handle it.
The Baron has spoken. Take it up with the Baron.
I most certainly will. Unless you can tell me you can do something.
And I would suggest that you curl your tongue when you speak to him. You are in my domain. You know the rules.
And he is my touchstone.
You should not go loosely giving that information out.
Well, now you know.
Speak with the Baron. If he agrees to it, which I know he won't, I will let the child go to your home.
I will. I'll call it to the Baron.
The phone is picked up. Mr. Cross's residence.
What's this person's name?
Baron Cross.
Oh, it's Mr. Cross. How are you doing?
No, this is not Baron Cross. This is definitely one. It said the Cross residence. You don't recognize the voice.
Okay, I thought it was somebody I knew.
No.
Yes, is Baron Cross there?
He is in a meeting right now. Can I take a message?
Telton's is very important. I must speak to him as soon as possible. It's Gwendolyn.
Very well. I will make sure that he gets this message as soon as possible.
You're a doll. Thank you. I glare at the doctor and I walk out the hospital.
Okay.
I guess I follow her. Bye.
Lovely to see you again, Sasha. I think I liked your other friend better.
Nah. Oh, by the way, someone told me that it is polite to ask people before I take their pictures. I'm doing this little thing where I don't connect faces.
You want to put me on your MySpace wall?
No, it's just for me. So next time I see you, I can remember what the fuck is your name.
Oh, well, yes, of course, if it makes it easier for you to remember my name.
And what was your name again?
Dr. Kingston.
Can you spell that for me?
Dr. period. Kingston. Tongue.
Okay. Thanks. Bye.
And as you both walk out the hospital, Gwendolyn trying to put in check her emotions, Sasha trying to get Dr. Kingston's face and name in her phone. We're going to jump back over to Fenrir, Elijah, and Mick. Fenrir, you had called your contact.
Yeah, so I'm gonna ask if they kept an eye on the people in those vans and where they went and what they did.
He tells you that the ones for the police department go in and go out with, teams doing drug raids, stuff like that. The cleaning company go to the various places, businesses, and clean. And the ones that they couldn't find out of, they've been sitting in a parking lot for ever since you sent out that information.
Okay. They didn't see anyone go in, check on the vehicles, nothing like that?
They have just sat there.
Okay. Well, then I'll tell the contact that I appreciate the time and effort.
Yeah, sorry we couldn't get you more. I mean, I sent my best people, and like I said, police was easy. The clean company was easy. Those vans have been sitting there like literally since the night that we got the call from you. So I don't know what's going on. It's.
They probably felt burned. Okay, well, I appreciate it. I'll call you if I need anything.
Sure thing. Just let us know. We'll do what we can.
I'll hang up and I'll turn to the gangrel lady I was speaking to.
Alexandra, yeah.
And I'll say, well, it seems that my contact was less than fruitful when it comes to my friend's friends. So perhaps we'll need your help with that as well.
We will do what we can.
And I will make sure to let the Baron know that you've been more than helpful.
That would be appreciated.
And I will give her my contact information so that she can just reach me directly instead of going through the Baron and wasting his time.
Very well.
I turn back to Mick and Elijah, and I go, well, boys, I think it's time to go to a circus.
Haven't been to one of those in years.
I haven't heard anything about one being in town. Do you think it's open, or is it like a kindred thing?
Well, you have the address, don't you?
I do have the address. I don't know why everyone deals in business cards. I ought to buy a Rolodex at this point.
Just
A lot
put
of
it in your
old-fashioned
wallet.
folk.
This is true.
Well, let's put the address in the Gips and head over.
All right, and I like take out the card and I just read it out to him, and then yeah.
I bid the woman that we spoke to farewell, and that I won't be in her hair any longer than necessary.
It was nice speaking with you.
It was nice speaking with you as well.
It's a pleasure meeting you and your fine folk, man.
You as well.
I'm sorry my friend smelt a little off. I'll make sure to get him cleaned up.
The same dog that growled at Mick earlier looks at him and growls again.
Nice to meet you too.
Misha, be nice.
So shall we be on our way?
Whenever you're ready.
I think we should head that way.
And you watch as the other man with his dogs and the woman with her dogs kind of go off into kind of like the distance of the foliage and kind of disappear. And then Alexandra does the same thing.
All right. Yes, I'll head back to the truck and I'll put the GPS or the GIPS. I'll make sure I got the right address so I can get to going.
This is kind of like an old parade ground. It is a fair, so to speak, is supposed to be coming to town. It's not open yet, according to what the GIPS tells you. As you're putting it in, because Google immediately tells you what's supposed to be going on at the fairgrounds as you're putting it in.
Okay. Well, let's go. See what they got there. I'll start the truck up and get going.
Hopefully the people here don't mind your aftershave as much.
Hopefully. I don't think
Right.
we'll have as much problem with them.
You want
Those
to
two
hose yourself
seem
down?
not in this weather.
Oh,
Those
well,
two seem
what's the
old.
worst
I
that's
think
going to
they're going to be
happen?
interesting.
You get sick?
All right. Do I? I don't get sick anymore, do I? That's good.
No, you don't get sick anymore.
That is a plus. I don't have to get my flu shot anymore.
Although, didn't you read the internet? People say it's bad for you anyways.
Never killed anyone I know, at least.
Yeah, I've never killed anyone you know either, but I've killed lots of people.
How do you know you haven't killed anyone that he knows?
I don't know if I've killed anyone you knew.
Is Fenrir being an anti-vaxxer now canon?
Hashtag anti-vax.
If I wasn't already dead, you'd be killing me.
So the three of you hop into the collected vehicles, and you start your trek to the outskirts of London, toward the fairgrounds. We're going to jump back to Gwen and Sasha again.
So I'm in the car, and forgive me for what I'm about to do. What the fuck does he mean that he doesn't? You can't take him out, and the Baron is already smoking. Fuck him and fuck what he says. I'm going to talk to the Baron. I don't know how. I know how to. I don't know how.
Do you take your hands off the wheel and put it over your face like that?
I haven't drove away yet.
Okay.
I'm in the parking lot.
I just wanted to make sure.
I'm just
that
like,
you were about to make a roll.
No. I'm parked and I'm honking the horn and I'm just like hitting the car. I am throwing the biggest hissy fit.
And a few minutes later, hospital security knocks on your window. Ma'am, is everything okay?
Yes, everything is fine. I got some really upsetting news and I'm just taking it out on my car. I do apologize.
Okay, we were just concerned because some people come in and we're very concerned there was a lady that was upset in her car and they were worried about her child, and they kind of look over at Sasha with a puzzled look, how anyone could mistake Sasha for someone's child.
No, she's a grown woman.
Just kind of don't honk your horn. I understand you got some upsetting news, and I'm sorry, and I'm trying not to be inconsiderate, but just...
Yes, I absolutely understand. I do apologize.
Have a nice night, ladies. And they turn around and they go back in. And as you're rolling your window up, your phone rings.
Who is it?
It's the Baron.
Baron Cross, how are you doing?
Are you well now?
Why would I not be?
You don't think he didn't call me and tell me how upset you were?
Of course he did. Why would he have not? My apologies. I'm very upset. It's a very bad day. And I found out now that I can't take him home where I can get much better doctors and I can make him comfortable, because if he's going to die, at least he would die comfortably.
He is not going to die.
We don't know that, Baron.
Gwen, I hold you in high regards. I need you to trust me on this. He is not to leave that hospital.
What if we were to bring the monster here to my house and we can kill him there?
It is already being dealt with. Chandra will be there in an hour to deal with the problem.
She just rolls her eyes as she says Sandra, like,
Is it on the speaker? Can I hear that?
yeah, I would have left it on speaker.
Oh, okay, I'm gonna wait for her and watch then.
Do you want me to leave you here, Sasha? Because I need to go run a quick errand.
Yeah, I'll stay here and hang around.
Okay. So Sasha goes back upstairs to wait for Chandra. Gwen, what are you doing?
Well, I'm going to make 2 calls. The first one is going to be to Claude once more.
Rings and rings and rings. And again, you get the same message.
And then I don't leave a message, but I will text him. The one night I needed you the most, you decide not to be there. And then I will call Fenrir.
Fenrir, your phone rings while you're driving.
I don't answer it because that's fucking dangerous.
Good, because you were going to make a roll too. It does. Did Sasha set up a voicemail for Fenrir?
No.
Okay.
Unless
So
he would ask me to.
Yeah, I like people like Baird if he calls me and I'm busy. I know
Okay.
about the voicemails.
So you get Fenrir's voicemail.
I hang up and I call Mick.
Mick, your phone rings.
Mick,
It's an unknown number, but it's not like the other unknown numbers.
Oh, I'm muted. Yeah.
I call you.
Sorry, continue. I didn't realize I was muted.
It's okay.
In the background, you hear like obnoxiously like bluegrass, like right now. Like,
Oh no, not the bluegrass.
Definitely
Take
hear
me
dueling banjos.
home, country road.
I'll take Country Road over.
let's say the Dead South. I like that band. Like that's
Okay.
the vibe.
Oh god. Okay, so I call you.
Phone rings, Mick.
Sorry, I wasn't sure because when I heard bluegrass, I thought it was going to him. I was confused for a second.
No, that's what's playing in my car right now.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I pick it up. Hello?
Where are you?
Oh, thank God it's you this time. I need to sort out my contacts. We're in the car right now. We're heading to the circus.
The circus.
Yeah, we're going for a lovely day out on the town. We're having a nice, relaxing time. What are you up to?
Not
It's
going.
about to flip her shit.
Come on,
You all right?
come on. We
You all
gotta
right,
lay
Mick?
back for a little bit.
Okay. Where's who are you driving with?
Eli, and then I think Fenrir's in his truck.
Of course he's in. Okay.
I turned the music down a little bit. What's going on, man? There a problem?
Oh, it's just Gwen.
Oh, it's that lady over. Yeah, we met back at the Baron's place.
I'm having a really bad night, Mick. Send me the address. I will meet you guys. I may need some help later.
All right. Is it anything urgent?
Oh, there's a dead body in my freezer. And
What?
yeah, that's a true.
What the hell's going on with you? Shit.
And
Why is there a dead body in your freezer?
can you say that?
Holy shit. Y'all killing people now? What the hell?
Gwen, why is there a dead body in your freezer?
I would rather speak about that in person.
I should have never came to London.
God.
Why in the hell did somebody come to school out here? I don't even fucking know. What the hell am I doing in this damn city? They're just people in freezers. It's fine. I guess that's how they just shove people in freezers around here.
Also, why the freezer of all places? Are you planning on keeping it?
I didn't want it to get smelly.
Oh my God.
I've never killed somebody before.
You're a vampire.
Does that mean that I'm a monster that kills everything that they save?
I mean, that's what I was told for the past 27 years. I kind of assumed at this point.
No, not everybody is Fenrir.
God, that'd be a nightmare. But all right, I'll try and help deal with that.
She need us to pick her up or something. I don't.
Do you need us to pick you up?
No, I'll meet you there.
All right. I assume at this point I hang up and I look over at Eli and I'm like, yeah, like you said, new problem every day.
Shit for why the hell I come here? Y'all shoving folk in freezers now.
I don't know. I think that's just her problem. I don't think dead body in the freezer is just a bad day. Last I checked.
I mean, people die, but I wouldn't just shove them in a freezer somewhere, especially if I live there.
Why is her freezer that big? Or is there all of the frozen nuggies and stuff just sitting on the counter?
I don't know what the hell a nuggie is, but maybe, who knows?
The better question is, why does she even have frozen nuggies?
It's for kids when they come over. It's for when people come over. They were like, "Would you like some nuggets possibly and some juice?" I don't know what humans eat. That kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's actually for when she brings her doggy bags home, so that she can keep them happy.
All I'm picturing in my head is she has a very vague perception by this point of what humans eat, and she'll just sort of grab miscellaneous produce, here, take an onion.
Humans eat these things, right? Do you need them cooked? I don't remember.
Bags upon bags of frozen peas. Just that's what we got.
Glenn has human servants, so.
Oh, this is fair.
Okay.
Not true.
They probably shop for her after the whole onion ordeal.
So
onion fiasco of 1802. All right.
Where you just served onions to everyone there, just a pile of onions.
Some people do that. I know my dad used to eat onions like apples. You just take a bite out of it.
Oh god.
Oh god.
So
if he sends me the address, that's where I'm gonna go.
You will get the address, and we will pause there, and we will go to Sasha as you are driving. So shortly after you go back up to wait for Chandra shows up. Oh, Sasha, I didn't realize you were here.
Well, I was, and then Gwen was talking to you, Baron, whatever, Prince, on the phone, and he mentioned you're gonna be here and you're gonna be do something with the spirits, so I figure out I just might stay and look, and learn, and maybe see.
Yes, we need to go see Dr. Kingston real quick so he can let the specialist in the room.
Okay, well, his Hermes office over there.
I know where it is. Thank you. I'll be right back.
Okay.
She's gone for about 10-15 minutes. Dr. Kingston comes walking back with her. Ah, Sasha, I feel like I just saw you.
Yeah, you did. I was here not that long ago.
Well, you're to assist Miss. specialist, you going to take notes on the procedure that she's going to do to help young Jackson get better.
Well, that is the plan.
All right, well, we need to get you in some hospital scrubs. Both of you. So if you'll follow me, and he leads you down to an area where you're given hospital scrubs to put on. You're brought back. Garrett is still there. He's at the door. They let you in. Dr. Kingston walks over, looks at Jackson. He's like, "It's going to be okay, young man. You're going to be fine." And he basically takes like the petitioning down, the kind of plastic down, and they grab the bed and they start rolling it toward like an operating room. And as you get in there, Garrett and the other men go and they post up outside the door. Chandra reaches into like a medicine type bag, like a doctor's bag, starts pulling out various things that don't really look familiar to you.
What is
She's
that?
like, we'll get to that. She's like, "What languages do you speak?"
Okay, I actually don't know how it
So you would know your base language. So you would know Russian and you would know English. Anything else you would have to purchase into.
I mean, probably Java, right?
Well, yeah, that's a given. She knows leet speak.
Okay, so yeah, I don't think I speak any other languages because I think I would know that I have that in my sheet.
Well, we're gonna have to teach you some new languages. So, but I think you'll be a fast understudy. She's like, "These are various occult items that will be used to draw the spirit out and bind it so that Jackson will be fine." And she starts drawing some symbols on the ground around the bed. She pulls a small like ceramic bowl out and she has a dagger and she runs it through her hand and holds her hand over the ceramic bowl as it bleeds and starts reciting something in a language you don't recognize.
And you keep saying this is not a cult.
I never said it wasn't a cult. Well, yes, everyone else has been telling you it's not a cult. There's a flash of white light, and Jackson immediately regains color back to his face, and he doesn't look sickly anymore. He looks like he did from what Gwen told you how he looked before. Dr. Kingston walks over and basically tells him that it was all just a dream and there's no boogeyman. And Chandra looks at you and she's like, "It's not here anymore." But it didn't get bound like it was supposed to.
Well, then where is it?
I don't know. It's not here in the hospital. I can't sense it.
Why do I feel like that's a bad thing?
It's a very bad thing.
You're sure you're a qualified teacher? So far I saw you do one thing and you're saying you screwed it up?
Would you rather learn under the bitches of Eastwick?
No, you're good.
Okay, that's what I thought. And as Gwen's driving and she's thinking about the body in her fridge, how upset she is about Jackson, and Fenrir and Elijah and Mick pull up to where this circus will soon be. Sasha and Chandra are milling over what happened, where the spirit went. The camera slowly pans back, and it goes dark for a minute. And then, as the camera comes back on, a freezer door opens. And a translucent, almost opaque hand reaches into the body that's laying there in the freezer, and the eyes open up. And the body gets up and walks away. And that's where we're going into this week's story.
Oh, shit.
Nice.
That's a hell of a cliffhanger. I love that.
Nice. I'm gonna take Fenrir back home and Elijah and Mick and back, and here's the body, and I'm like, it was just there. I swear, guys, I'm not lying.
There's gonna be like probably footprints where he's like melted a little bit and like stuff's everywhere. We're just gonna be like, "What the hell you brought us here for? Your house is a mess. We get it."
Like, I swear it's not. People clean it.
Originally, I was waiting for that moment, like, oh, if we're heading here, let me just put this in the trunk, and you'd be like, no, and I'd be like, ah. But then this happened, and I think it's gonna be much more dramatic.
So
And
if I
now-
left it in the car, it would have woken up with me. Oh God.
Yeah, and now you have something else to deal with.
It's always something else to deal with. I want Friday to come now.
It's only a week.
Feels like forever. Okay.
Try going 2 weeks in between your games. It sucks.
No.
So that has been London is Not Dead for this week. Ghosts. We're going to go around, tell who we are. If any announcements came up during the break or after it started, and just where you can be found at. I'll end it. So we'll start off with, Mary, I know you're not going to say anything, but I'll start off with you. Do you have anything to say?
Yeah, thanks for running, thanks for playing, and thanks for watching. Yay!
All right. Elijah or Ted.
Hey, what's up? I'm Ted. Just having fun. Pretty much you can find me on here for now. Yeah, I'm looking forward to unraveling this tale, and I can't wait till next week. And it was great having everybody to play with. Great having people watching.
All right. Ryan.
Well, I don't have any real socials to plug, but I'm thinking about opening up, like selling some prints from my photography work. I've been doing it for like 2 years.
Cool.
I figured might as well start trying to sell it. I don't really have any plans for that, but I'm going to put some examples up somewhere on the Discord. And if you guys are interested, just like hop in there and DM me. Besides that, I don't think I have much else going on.
All right. Gil.
Hello, yeah, I'm Gilanor. I run the different D&D games. I'm in a few different D&D games and the Vampire the Masquerade game, obviously. And yeah, Mary, the girl that is here playing Sasha, her commissions are currently open. She's the one that did the art for all of our characters. She's the one that
Great job.
She would want to do that. So if anyone's interested in getting a commission done, you can just jump into the Discord server, which I'll post in a second. And if you're interested, you can just let me or her know. And she does maps as well. So if you're a DM, I spelled that wrong. If you're a DM that wants maps done for your battle map or whatever, then let me know because she does those as well, or regional maps or whatever for your world. Yeah. That's about it.
and Ash.
Hey guys, I'm Ashley, and you can find me on Twitter as Ashley the Bard, or you can abbreviate. Are you sure you want to do that? And that will be our Instagram, and I don't know my Discord handle, but that doesn't really matter. You can just find me on there and then find me other places. And yeah, it's been great having you guys watch us. Thank you so much, Jeremy, for running such an amazing game. Um, this was fantastic. I can't wait to see what happens.
Gonna continue to pull at those heartstrings and strike at those touchstones, because that's what keeps you in check. And we've already seen what happens when a kindred loses control. You are all amazing. You all do amazing. I love all of these characters. You apologize for being mean. Don't ever apologize for being mean to an NPC.
Yeah, it
I know
created so much drama. Like, I'm making popcorn next session. That was really fun to spectate.
Great job by everybody. Some things are going to start coming to fruition for each of you. Ted, you're new, but some things from your past are gonna pop up here soon. So don't you fret.
I can't wait.
Gonna hit your heartstrings. I'm Jeremy. I am the storyteller, and I have such an amazing time telling or letting these players tell the story. I just throw them bits and pieces and let them make choices, and they make this so much easier. I enjoy sitting here watching them role play. You can also find me this Sunday on So Many Games. You can also find me in about 1 a.m. Eastern time on So Many Games. We are doing a fundraiser for someone who is having some financial difficulties. I will be in a D&D game, part of a day-long charity, where I will be playing an Arakoa Fathomless Warlock who will break the fourth wall the entire game, because who doesn't like to break the fourth wall?
Right.
With an amazing group. Sunday I will be back on So Maddie's playing my rogue, and then Tuesday our first episode of Call of Tuesday, Miskatonic University.
Nice.
So that's, I believe, 7:30 Eastern. Just check my socials. It's at Darth and Trary for everything. I'm also starting to restream again, or not restream, but stream myself playing World of Warcraft and Dead by Daylight. Nice. So you can check my socials and you'll find out when I'm doing that. It has been amazing. Thank you all for coming and watching. Thank you for hanging out with us. Thank you for listening to the story that these players tell. And we will see you next Friday.
Bye, guys. Stay safe.
See you.
We love you.
Bye.